Hello and welcome back to Minecraft with Marksman. Today we are going to be going over the latest snapshot, which as you can see on my F3 screen is week 13, 19A, which is currently what's going to be added in 1.6. Now there's a lot of stuff that they're planning to add now, so first of all we'll get going with some of the crafting recipes. Now, you may have noticed that there's coal blocks now added to the game, which is crafted with 9 coal, like so, and you can revert it back to 9 coal by just putting the block in your crafting inventory. As you can see here, that is the texture of the coal block against all the other compact storage blocks, and you may have noticed lapis lazuli has been changed slightly. Around the edge the texture stands out a bit more, so yeah. They've also added the block, which you may have saw in the previous update snapshots, not snapshots, actual photos of when they were developing it. You could see the hay block being used, but it was never implemented until this current snapshot. Now, you can also get something called stained clay. Wait, stained clay? Yeah, I'll tell you how you get that in a sec. To get your coloured stained clay, you want to put 8 hardened clay round your dye, and that'll give you 8. Now to get hardened clay, you're going to take a clay block, a fuel source, for example a coal block, bit of French to ignore it, stick it in your furnace and you'll get hardened clay, which then you can use in that crafting recipe I mean. Now, you can also make something called carpet, which we'll have a look in a sec, and that's done with 2 wool side by side, and that'll give you 3 carpet, making it more efficient. Now, also to note, the coal block is 11% more efficient than using 9 coal. This is equal to 10 coal. So if you've got a lot of things to smelt, turn your coal into coal blocks. So yeah. Now one thing that a few people have noticed is coal blocks looks a lot better next to lava than obsidian does if you look at it. It's up to you. Leave it in the comments what you think. Do you think it's better or worse? Now the coal block has another feature. When burnt, it will eventually deteriorate. It'll just disappear like that. I do think it should last longer, but hey. Now they also changed the texture of charcoal, so it looks nothing like coal. Because how painful was that? You're like, why won't they stack? Oh wait, it's charcoal. And as you can see, oh, and it likes raining. Lovely room mass snapshot showcase. Right, so yeah, anywho, now here is all the different varieties of coloured things. You've got your stained clays at the back, your carpet, and your regular wool. And as you can see, some of the stained clays don't look exactly like the other things, but the advantage they have over wool is mostly one plain colour, as you can see, which will be very useful for pixel art, which I have not done any of. But hey, now this is called the lead as well. It's crafted with 4 string and a slime ball, and that'll get you 2 leads, I believe. Now we'll go over to my little farm area on my lovely horse. Now if you don't know, I actually own a horse, it's my mum's, called Dagger, and we're going to ride him over to the lovely horse area. Now as you can see, there is loads of different types of horses you can get. There is currently 35 different style textures of a horse. Is the hay block being used as decoration. Now as we go in here, just set my game mode to survival. As you can see, when you're on the horse, you have lost your hunger and oxygen bar. Now, I didn't pick up the lead, we'll just leave him there. Now, to tame a horse, you're going to want to right-click to get on it, and as you can see, it's saying left shift to dismount, which is basically what you have to do. Now, every time you try taming the horse and you fail, it increases by 5% your chance, and it starts off at 0%. As you can see, I'm not very successful. It is impossible to get it on the first try, unless, of course, you have fed it certain foods, which I'll go over in a second. We'll just tame this horse. When it's tamed, you'll see love hearts come off it, like that. You'll want to put a saddle on it, and you can ride it around. So yeah, but that's not what we're doing. Now, horses can be equipped armour. Now here's the plain horse, which I've just put a saddle on, which you can now ride perfectly. We have the iron horse, which is just iron armour with a saddle. Gold horse, gold armour, and diamond armour. Now I think they've done very good on these armour textures to make the horses look very good, as you can see. Now, as I was saying before, I had a horse. This is the closest I can get to him. He's got the white, I forgot what it's called, on the head, and little white bits around the hooves. I can never remember what they're called. Feathers, I think. Same hue. So there's 3 different types of things you can get. You can get the donkey, the horse, and if you breed a horse with a donkey, you get a mule. Now, currently the donkey and the mule have the same run speed, but what people are thinking is the mule is going to run faster than the donkey, which is why you'll want to breed them together. Now, as you can see, if you put a chest on them, you shift and click on them, you get a chest inside of them which you can use. You can't put that on a horse, but you can't put armour on a donkey or a mule. Now, here, you may be wondering why they've all got names. I'll explain later. It's Sir Wilfred II. And as you can see, if you name a donkey or mule, it'll keep its name inside the chest. Now, to name an animal, you're going to need a name tag. Now, to get a name tag, you can only get them from dungeon chests, and you put it in an anvil and rename it that. Climb onto your horse, click it, and I'll name it. And the same goes for the armour and the saddle. You have to find them all in dungeon chests. However, the armour does not have a durability yet, and I hope it doesn't. So it'll never break, which will mean that it's not bad. It's not wasteful to put it on your horse. Now, as you can see here, I've got a pigsicle. No, it's not called that. It's you know those things you see that babies have in the cots? It's one of them with pigs. And you all know, pigs are now obsolete now that we've got horses. There's no use for them. They're absolutely useless. Who wants pig meat? You got cows for that. They give you leather as well. Also note, horses give you leather. We murdered this poor little innocent horse that has not been tamed yet, which I am failing at. Oh, he'll drop some leather probably. There's a good chance that they will. Now, on the so there is more species of horse that aren't implemented in the game yet, which is the skeleton horse, which people are believing will be ridden by a skeleton that shoots at you and chases you very fast. And then there's the undead horse, which is a zombified horse, which we're going to think the undead's going to be chasing you on, which is going to make the game very interesting. And as I said earlier, the food, how they can increase the tame thing, and they'll increase the growth speed of an animal. Now, to make a horse or a donkey breed, you can't breed mules yet. It may be a bug, or it may not be, and you also cannot breed a horse that's got armour on. Now, to make an animal a horse breed, you have to give it wheat or a golden apple. Now, the easiest way to give a mob a breed is by climbing onto them and feeding them. Now, when it produces a foal, a baby horse, you feed it certain different types and they'll increase its growth speed and the chance of taming it. Now, I'll go over them. Sugar will also heal the horse by half a heart, or 1, increase its speed, growth by 30 seconds and increases the tame probability by 3%. Wheat, 2 heal, 1 minute, and then 3%. Apple, 3 heal, 1 minute, 3%. Bread, 7 heal, 3 minute, 3%. Golden apple, 10 heal, 4 minutes, 10%. And hay block, 20 heal, 3 minutes, and does not increase your tame probability. Now, just one thing to note, it takes 20 minutes for a newborn foal to grow into a full adult. Now it's getting dark. I just read that off the wiki, just to let you know. Now, you may have also noticed that your XP bar changes, and that's your jump thing. Now, this horse that I got, called Dagger, here, he ain't very good in the game at all. Jumping is very poor. Now, I've got a very good horse for jumping. I forgot which one that was. It was one of these ones. I think it was the diamond one, was it? Yeah. Well, anywho, a horse can jump from anything from 2.1 blocks to 5.1 blocks high, which is quite a ridiculous height. So yeah, now if you're wondering how I get this, creep the mobs up there, you go on top with a lead them to a fence pole, and then push them off, and they'll hang like that. And now you can use chickens on there. You can create a floating chicken farm where they just lay their eggs down into hoppers, and has some nice special effects as well. Now, because they've also changed left shift to get off an animal, you can use swords, bows very easy now, because when you right click, you're not going to climb off the mob at all. You can still climb onto other mobs like Sir Wilfred II, or my donkey, my mule, or my horse. And as you can see, there is a glitch with the mule that it has a ridiculous amount of health. I accidentally punched this by mistake when I was trying to get it away. It was in the wrong place. Oop, no, I don't want to take my donkey out for a ride. That's it. So we're just gonna kit up. It didn't work. And we're gonna ride off into the sunset. Just kit him out. So thanks for watching. I believe that was all to do with horses. Also, you don't have to jump to climb up a block, they'll just run up it. I'm lagging, lovely. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this or found it very informative. Stay well, and Marksman out.